today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist as we are in the end times. Today's show I wanted to talk a little bit more about these celebrities, the influence that these false idols have on people, and how all of them together as one, as a group, whether it's musicians or actors or actresses, are all individually involved in pushing one of the main Illuminati satanic agendas that is going on right now, right in front of our faces. Because all of them are behind one of these main agendas, whether it's the race war, the transgender gay agenda, pushing Satanism, pushing politics, and going on these shows talking about what side they're on, trying to brainwash people as if it's real, and as if, so-and-so's this, to distract you from what's going on, such as global warming, all of these things going on. People need to detach from it because these celebrities are the ones who have everybody led under this mind control and are dictating the decisions that people are making based on whether or not they like their music or they like their movies, and then they come out and then they endorse things and people follow what they say because they worship these idols. They won't admit it because people are too prideful. So let's talk about these influences that they have on people and the pride that humans have, because this is part of human nature, pride, right? The devil was prideful, and they have made a prideful society through this Antichrist system they've set up. We live in a prideful society, unfortunately, and we need to all avoid being prideful. I am not prideful. I am as humble a person you're going to ever meet. So anyone out there wants to tell me I'm prideful and self-righteous, I am not. I am exposing the truth. I am telling you what is going on. I'm telling you about mind control and the dangers of it. Okay, I don't think I'm a wonderful person. I don't think I'm better than anyone else, but I don't have a problem making fun of, Satanists, or making fun of these cowards who protect these elitists who, manhandle and mutilate these children, okay? So let's talk about some of these celebrities. We have Beyonce, who's been pushing the race war. The race war is one of the top agendas of the Illuminati. They want martial law brought in through a race war. That's why you heard about all these cops shooting all these black people. This is not a real racist thing. This is an agenda that they've created to cause division amongst us. Order out of chaos, okay? Beyonce, Super Bowl, pushing the agenda. Beyonce, Formation, pushing the agenda. Beyonce pushed out there, pushing the agenda, pushing race war. Right? Having these mothers of these children who questionably were false flag assassinated, who were sacrificed because their fathers were Masons, for starters, so let's not even get into that. But making the police look, incompetent as can be and racist as can be, so they can usher in some type of martial law. If there is an attack on America, then they can say, listen, the police are incompetent, we can usher in martial law, the police are racist, let's keep dividing the whites and the blacks, when we should all be united against the elitists. We should be united and looking to start things over or change things or be brothers and sisters to one another. Okay, but instead these celebrities, they divide us, but they the people who back Beyonce, the beehive, quote unquote, are so obsessed with this woman that they're willing to be racist as possible against white people, and then you have the idiot white people who feel that it's a racist act, and they get racist back, and it just gets everybody riled up against each other and distracted from what's really going on. You have Kanye West also pushing that. Kanye West also out there, pushing and conditioning people with his fashion line, which is the FEMA camp, is really what it is. Pushing what the FEMA camps are going to look like. He's out there pushing that, conditioning people for what clothes they're going to be wearing and stuff like that, so it doesn't look over the top ridiculous to be wearing rags and stuff like that. Then you have the transgender agenda, which is just completely blowing up in our faces as we speak. We have the trans and the gay agenda. First with the trans agenda, well, let's just put them together. You have the religious freedom bill going on, right? So then who comes out, right, and attack? Like I said from the get-go, the day that was passed, I had a video and I said, this is to make Christians look like bigots, to look hateful, to make everybody riled up against Christians. So what happens right away? Bruce Springsteen says, I'll never perform in that state. Maroon 5, I'll never perform in that state. All these bands who had concerts there say they won't perform there. Then corporations say, we're closing our operation in that state. We're shutting it down completely, right? Then it hasn't stopped yet. It keeps going on. Just keeps going on. People refusing to go there. So what? It makes Christians look like awful, hateful bigots when they pass this law. Christians in general wouldn't pass a law like that. We don't hate and want transgender people to die. They're under demonic possession. They have mental issues. It's mental to say that you're a man when you're really a woman, and vice versa. It is mental. It makes absolutely no sense. Okay? Then you have the gay agenda that gets mixed in. And let's not forget to mention the transgender bathroom agenda. You get Demi Lovato out there wearing, the t-shirt at the concert. Don't you see how they stage these things? The Oscars, the Super Bowl, the Grammys. Each agenda is put out there on these massive stages, and then they write tons and tons of articles. Oh, Demi Lovato really standing up for transgender. Then the transgender community goes crazy, loving Demi Lovato. Oh, she's so wonderful because she wears the transgender shirt. Has nothing to do with her music or her performance. She's making a statement. In other words, she's saying, I'm wearing this shirt to make a statement to influence you because the people who listen to me and worship me will now support transgenders. And that's how it works. That's how mind control works. Okay, I've said it over and over. It's like herding sheep. It's like herding cattle. That's what they do with us. They know how the mind works. They know how to influence us, and how to lead us where they want to lead us. You have the gay agenda that's been going on for, years and years and years with the transgender. Not to mention Caitlyn Jenner as well, with the transgender agenda, right? Because he is a prominent athlete, or was, right? But prominently related to the Kardashians, who are, one of the most famous witch families in America. So they use him, to become the human Baphomet, so to speak, and get people to accept it. They have a show following him around. He's crying, and people are so hateful and so wrong. And then you get the Kardashians, who everybody worships, to just be like, this is normal, this is accepting. Why do people think it's weird? Like Kris Jenner's just accepting of it, like it isn't this crazy, absurd, weird thing. Imagine living with someone for how many years they were together, 10 to 20 years, being together, intimate, just living in the same house, talking all the time, and then the next day the person wakes up like, yeah, I'm a woman today. Huh? What was that? Yeah, I'm a woman. I just decided I'm a woman. I've always been one. I've been hiding it from you, and then she supports it like it's normal. It's no big deal. They're on each other's side. This is all how it works. This is how they transition people into just falling for this garbage, and it's falling into this satanic trap that we're in. Then the gay agenda, you get Ellen DeGeneres and these other celebrities, Rosie O'Donnell, all prominently placed, none of them entertaining, right? But everybody loves Ellen because she comes across so sweet, even though there's so many stories that have leaked on how perverse she is, and she always is cheating and doing all this disgusting stuff. But then she cries on TV. She comes across as such a sweetheart, right? Like she looks like a little boy, so everybody's like, oh, it's so cute. Right? So if somebody speaks against the gays, she goes out and she cries and says it's not fair. And this is how it works. This is how they influence people. You shouldn't be influenced by anything but Scripture. The Bible should be the only influence anyone has. Because if everybody followed the Bible and obeyed God's law, we would live in a utopian society for the most part. A perfect world we would have, where people wouldn't have to slave and work 70 hours a week to pay a bill. People would help each other build homes. People would trade with one another. Oh, you fish? Okay, great. I do carpentry. Let's exchange. Let's help one another out. Okay, let's not go crazy here. There wouldn't be alcohol. There wouldn't be promiscuity. Women wouldn't be dressed provocatively. Men wouldn't be dressed like women. I mean, the book of God's law is the way if the world followed it, think about what the world would be like. But it said I don't, people, and I'm not saying you people who listen to the channel do, but we're talking about the masses out there, follow and obsess over these people. Then you get Satanism shoved down our throat. You get Madonna, Katy Perry, all of these women in these music videos, or when they perform these concerts, dressed as witches, walking around with devils behind them and Baphomets, pushing the satanic agenda, where people just go, oh, that's artistic creatively, because they have no idea about Satanism. They have